If you are dreaming of a home or garden makeover, the 35th annual New Jersey Home and Garden Show is just around the corner, promising inspiration for every style and budget. It is running February 28th through March 2nd at the New Jersey Convention at Exposition Center in Edison. This year's event brings together top experts, local businesses, and stunning displays to help you transform your indoors and outdoors. How many times have you looked at your drab living room and said, I know it's ugly, but I just don't know what to do? Now we have an answer for you. Joining us now is Eric. Is it Udler? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name properly, Eric. Eric Udler?
You nailed it. Way to go for the
All
first
right.
try.
Thank you from the New Jersey Home and Garden Show with all the details. Thank you for coming in this morning so early in the morning. We appreciate you. This is the 35th year now for the New Jersey Home and Garden Show. What makes this year's event stand out for homeowners and garden enthusiasts, Eric?
Look, at the end of the day, ultimately, we all want to improve our curb appeal, right? We want our house to look good. We want our homes to look good, both outside and inside. And this year, what we're seeing more of than any other year is more people are spending more time in their homes, and they want to improve them. They want the creature comforts, the normal and everyday. I don't want to say ordinary because it can be extraordinary, whether it's bathrooms or kitchens or basement. But people are expanding outside, and they're saying, what can we do with our outdoor space to make it more comfortable for the family? And if people aren't going on vacation, they're doing a staycation. They're staying at home. And so here at the New Jersey Home and Garden Show, we have 175 vendors. That's over 300 experts that are here to guide you. It's almost like comparison shopping in 3 or 4 hours versus if you go out and you visit these people or they come to your house, if you can get them to show up. We've got a number of small business people that are interested in selling to local homeowners. And these are local businesses. These aren't big businesses.
So you're helping the neighborhood. You're helping all the folks who work nearby, right? Who are trying to make maybe a side hustle in some cases. People who work for a contractor during the week, and then on the weekends they do their own contracting work for you. So you'll find these great people. There are all the different apps. I don't have to mention them by name, but where you could find some really good experts who could help you out. You have an impressive lineup of experts too this year. You have Don Engridson. You have color consultant Cindy Gellermini, master electrician Adam Corbin. I mean, to have these people there, that is worth a fortune. To have these people available for anyone who comes up to them.
Homeowners are jonesing to see what's out there. They're jonesing for an education, and Don Engebretson is his name. I always get it wrong, but I think I nailed it. Don Engebretson's a renegade gardener. I think he's got 40 years in the home and garden world, and he is speaking all 3 days, starting tomorrow, Friday. We open at 3:00, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, we're open. And Don has actually said, and he was here last year, he said to homeowners, bring your plans. Bring them. I don't care if it's scribbled on a bathroom napkin, right? Bring your plans. We will show you what you can do and how you can do it and give you new ideas. And that's above and beyond. He has 2 presentations, one about common gardening myths and one is design tips. So Don is speaking all weekend and is happy to give, I say, free advice with a nominal admission price to the show to homeowners. Right. So if you have something you're thinking of doing and you need an extra opinion, we've got the experts here that'll give you opinions.
Well, Eric, too, I mean, I would imagine people should just take their phones and do a little video of their living room or whatever it is they want to improve, right? Shoot a nice slow video or maybe some still pictures, which is probably just as good. If it's preliminary right now and you don't really have the details, right? You can bring that and say, oh, it's disgusting. I still have plastic on my furniture.
And that reminds me of my grandmother when I would go see my grandmother back in the day, and she'd have the plastic still in her furniture to protect it, But yes, bring the pictures, bring videos, bring sketches, bring your ideas, bring inspiration, and the experts here will give you ideas on how to improve your home inside and outside. Or if you want to we've got some beautiful gardens that are being constructed in the room next to me right now. I'm at the convention center in Edison. And these are gorgeous gardens to show you what will work and what doesn't. And then we've got the vendors there. For example, in my yard, and I suspect this is common for a lot of people in the tri-state area, but especially in New Jersey, are deer. Like you put up certain plants and then they're gone the next day because the deer are having a party at your house. So there are certain deer resistant parts of decorating the outside of your home when you're landscaping to keep the deer away. And we actually have a great vendor here called New Jersey Deer Control, which will tell you how to prevent the deer from getting your most prized possessions. Because there's nothing worse than putting a ton of thought into a home improvement project. You're going to improve your curb appeal. You put it all out there. It looks great on Friday. And then all of a sudden by Monday, it looks like it's been chewed on.
I have had, at my previous home, Eric, I had literally $3,000 in decorative grasses that were supposed to be deer resistant. You can never say it's deer proof, right? It's supposed to be deer resistant. We had them all planted. It looked stunning because I had a sloping piece of property and it was just elegant. Literally went away for the weekend and came back and it looked like my landscaper came and dug them up. And I called my landscaper and said, what did you do to the grasses? So what are you talking about? I took a picture and he was like, dude, you just got nailed by the deer. The deer literally, they didn't just eat them. Eric, they pulled them out of the ground. So you're right. You need the deer. There are great deer proofing companies that come and spray at least once a week. And I know every time it rains, they have to spray again, right? But the stuff works. It works. You just have to stay on top.
Exactly. We also have two other speakers at the show. One is Cindy, who's the paint diva, right? And you're going to paint your house and you've got 30 different styles of white paint. What white paint do you want to use, right? And if you pull out one white paint, will it clash with what you already have in your room? So the paint diva is speaking on Saturday and Sunday. And then with the explosion of electric cars, right? EVs seem to continue to be the rage. And what we're seeing out there is people aren't prepared for what we call electrification. You're doing a home improvement project. We just did our kitchen another few years ago during the summer of 2020. And I remember talking to the contractor and he goes, okay, what's your electric plan? And I'm scratching my head like, I didn't even think of that. What am I going to do? And we have an EV, right? So we have a presentation by Adam Corbin at Corbin Electric on electrification, why it's important, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And obviously there are certain projects that most homeowners that if they're handy, they want to try themselves, whether it's something as simple as painting or it's just something as simple as, drywall or adding up a wall or doing a cabinet. But when it comes to electricity, we always recommend go with a licensed contractor. They know how to do it. And if you want to get educated on what you can do, come to the home show. You'll find out. We have the experts here that will guide homeowners.
Electrification or any kind of electrical work is not something you dabble in. As I found out, a friend of mine, one of my neighbors in a place that I lived in years ago in New Jersey, one of my neighbors decided to put in his drop ceiling, decided to put in a number of lights, recessed lights, excuse me. This is before the LED recessed lights came out. So he had the cans. But he decided to go get wiring at Home Depot and do the wiring. Well, he didn't double check. His house was wired with aluminum wiring and he bought copper wiring. And you're never supposed to mix the two, right? Because you could have an arc and you could have a fire. So he thought he was saving money. He went and wired the whole basement, spent all that money on wiring. And an electrician friend of his says, let me just double check for you. And immediately saw the two types of wiring. So you got to rip it all out. So check with it penny wise, pound foolish, and check with an electrician, check with an expert.
Absolutely. But I'll tell you my favorite part of the show, because I have a personal favorite, and that's the outdoors. I love going outside and firing up the grill, firing up the smoker, firing up the pizza oven. And we have lots of ideas and vendors here that specialize in the outdoors, whether it's not just gardens, but outdoor kitchens. They're becoming more and more popular. Pergolas, bars, you can go on and on, but people want to decorate their house and they go to the outside and make it real comfortable for everyone. And that's my personal favorite, because at the end of the day, not everybody's coming inside your house, but you'll have a lot of people that want to come hang out in the backyard or by the pool, or, you want to do something like we have a guy, we're giving away a pizza oven at the show. God, I'd like to win that. Who wouldn't want a pizza oven, too. Right? Yep. And we have a shed company. We have a shed company here, Amish Mike out of Hackettstown, New Jersey, and they're going to have all different types of sheds. You can make it a he shed, a she shed. You can turn it into a tiny house. So if you're looking for ideas and inspiration, come on down to Edison this weekend. Tomorrow through Sunday, we'll be here.
And you could even combine. You could get that shed, get a he shed, and then get it electrified, right? That's always fun. So you can go out there. Your wife will be pleased that you're out of her hair doing all your work in the he shed. If you get it electrified, you put in a heater and everything. Just make sure if you get it electrified, you get a professional to do that. Before I let you go, Eric, tickets I know are just $10 in advance, $12 at the door, free entry for kids under 15 with an adult ticket. So that's a good value for families or anybody looking to attend too. And they can go to your website. What's the website they can go to?
It's NewJerseyHomeshow.com. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, Ken. We're a big believer in giving back to the community. And if you're a veteran or a first responder, we have a special nonprofit we've hooked up with called VetTix, VETTIX. Go to VetTix and you can get free tickets to the show if you're a veteran or a first responder.
Well, again, the show is Friday through Sunday. And before we let you go, we got about a minute left. Any special tips? Somebody who is attending and they have a budget, will they be able to find the deal in terms of how to spruce up their home on a very small budget?
It all starts with the budget, right? Because any contractor you talk to, whether it's for inside or outside your home, is going to say, what's your budget? So you need to come with a budget in mind. And if you don't have a budget, this is a great way to come to the show and see what's there and comparison shop and find out what's available and what the costs are. So highly, highly recommend, coming with a budget, coming with an idea, and we have the experts here that'll help you.
It's me calling you right now, Eric.
All right, I'm embarrassed to say this. It was a friend of mine. I'm sure he saw me on here and he's calling me and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, come on, I'm doing this. I should have hit the vibrate and turned it off. So apologize for the rookie mistake.
No worries. I used to work at Channel 7. I used to do the morning show for 20 years at Channel 7. If I told you how many times one of us on the set had the phones ring on ABC in the middle of the show, it happens all the time. Eric Udler, thank you so much. The show runs this Friday, tomorrow, through Sunday, the New Jersey Convention and Exposition Center in Edison. Eric Udler again from the New Jersey Home and Garden Show. Thank you for joining us. I hope it is packed, and I hope you have a wonderful show this weekend, and I hope to see you there.
Great, Ken. Thank you for having us on.
You bet. Have a great day.